I definitely think that he has a very personable personality, so people can relate to him. I think he's a fun guy. He doesn't seem like this, big CEO that's, untouchable. He seems very friendly. So I really like that he has that personality and was able to actually relate to all of us when he was teaching the class. I really like that he went more in depth as far as how to use all the tools, such as the Facebook, the LinkedIn, the Twitter. He showed us things that we could do that I normally, wouldn't have known, and it's going to be a great way for me to educate my clients on how to utilize these tools even further. A lot of the things that he taught us are going to make me more efficient in the things I already do. So he talked about querying the web for information, getting information to find you, because nowadays we actually require the information to come to us. So he gave me all these tools that I set up actually when we were in class on my laptop, different alerts, and I already set up different filters on my Gmail, my Outlook, and adding in different plugins he talked about. So definitely I'm already seeing that I'm more efficient at using the internet. I definitely think you should sign up, whether you're a novice internet user or you're already an expert. I guarantee you'll learn something.
Dmitry is a really great presenter, very open. You don't feel like he's just doing a canned type of speech. I mean, that's what made it really fun. There's different things that people find important, and if just one half of the class was important to you, it's worth the price. So you don't have to actually need everything for it to be worthwhile to you.
I met Dmitry through a program I'm a part of on campus, the Lab and Venture Start program, and honestly, he shared his story of what he's done in business, but more importantly, he shared a lot of these tools. He showed us some of the shortcuts, simple things like keyboard shortcuts, but also different ways to find stuff on Google that other people wouldn't know, just little bits of information through his story. And I talked with him after and did a lot of the Twitter stuff and the dashboards, and a lot of the stuff he went over today I'd already done with him. And the stuff I learned today on top of that was insane. So that's what kind of sparked my interest in this, is talking to him a couple weeks ago. Just the way he talks to people, you can't not pay attention. It's not like he's talking down to you or really teaching you. He's just having a conversation, and it's obvious he's passionate about what he's teaching. And so in terms of holding your attention and getting the material across, he got some extremely technical material across in the right way, in a way that I didn't feel bored, I didn't really feel overwhelmed or tired the whole time. I feel like he related a very technical concept extremely well. I'm graduating from San Diego State in a month. If I would have had this information freshman year or in high school, or in junior high school, I'd be so much further along. So having this type of information puts you way, 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 way ahead of all your peers, whether you're graduating or whether you've been in business for 20 years. If you don't know this information, you're going to be behind everyone else.
When is it going to crash? And when it crashes, you need to make sure that file's dead. Right? So you want to kind of split them off in doing this. So backup is...
That'll work with Apple as well as...
Yeah, it works with everything. $229. I will come up very high when they search for that. So this is a Google optimized, search engine optimized. You install Dropbox on them, and they get synchronized. So it's a great way to share files between computers. It's just a directory, a shared directory. If you guys want to get your own websites, again, unfortunately, this is kind of out of the scope of our class. It's not complex at all. Rent space on a server. It costs me $19 a month, and that's where I run any website I want to launch. I can launch as many websites as I want. This is where your active projects and your archive lives. It's important, and again, out of the scope of this class, I got you. Out of the scope of this class, it's important to periodically do what's called a disk image. Do a disk image for you. Pretty straightforward, a little technical, but he's going to break through it. Better than Fort Knox. And it's free. Other questions? Some with random friends on Facebook. Find them on Twitter, right? If somebody that's talking about your space on Twitter search, right? And then you start a conversation with them. And you say, hey, do you mind linking back to me? Or sometimes they'll do it automatically. If you comment on somebody's post, let's go to TechCrunch. He sees that I also am a realtor in town. He'll say, yeah, I want to follow him as well. And then you start sending a direct message to them. So the corporate server gets backed up by our IT folks. If you're using hosted exchange, same thing. Your hosting provider will back it up for you.